Hi everyone, today's thoughts while mucking out a stable is really a reminder, and it's a reminder that animals are constantly learning, they're constantly receiving feedback, whether that's from ourselves or other people around or other things in the environment. And what they're learning is essentially something that works or doesn't work for them. And we can use this to our advantage, and it's something that we should really do, and something that I get my clients to do a lot of. And I'll give you a couple of examples. You might be on a phone and your dog comes up and they have to sit down next to you. And we're on the phone and we're concentrating on their phone conversation, and we do nothing with our dog. We don't acknowledge the fact that the dog came up or anything like that. So the dog's sort of actually approached you because it probably wants a little bit of attention. So having come up to you and sitting, which is a lovely behaviour, didn't get the dog anywhere, so they might paw at you, they might nudge at you, or they might jump up at you. Well, now our attention is drawn to the dog. The dog's done something that we actually don't like, so now we pay attention to the dog and we might put our hands on them and push them down if they've jumped up on us, or we do something else to acknowledge them. So from the dog's perspective, we had a dog that came up to us, wanted our attention, was really nice and polite in our human society, and sat down. We ignored it. So that sitting down approach and sitting down behaviour from the dog's perspective didn't work, didn't get you attention. Whereas if the dog started prodding you or jumping up on you, that worked. That got your attention. And we may completely unintentionally reward that behaviour. So the dog's going to go and repeat that again. So it's really, really important for us that we regularly check in and sort of say, well, what is my animal doing? Is it something that I like? Okay, reward that. And when I say reward, it doesn't have to be a piece of food. In the case of a dog, it could just be a smile or a good dog, a little scratch under the chin, something like that. In the case of horses, one of the things that I commonly see is a horse is standing still, it's being groomed or platted up or whatever it is that it's doing, and we kind of ignore it. The horse is not bothering us, they're nice standing still. We're not actually actively going out and rewarding the horse for standing still. But when the horse starts to fidget and move around, well, then something happens. And in most cases in the horse world, what happens is they might get themselves a little slap, or they might get a jerk on the chain, or something even worse. But we've completely missed the opportunity of all this time where the horse was doing something wonderful, which was standing still, and to reward him. So when we're grooming a horse or something, what I like to do if my horses are standing still is just scratch them in a favourite place. If that's what they really like, find somewhere that they like and give them a scratch, or I might give them a food treat. I train horses a lot with food. And then for some horses it might best be, let's just leave them alone for a little while. Okay, so my take-home message is to really check in regularly. What is the animal that you are around with doing? If they're doing something we like, let's acknowledge that behaviour. Okay, thanks for that. Bye.